All right, Matt. Like we say at Veteran Hiring Solutions, people don't follow companies, they follow leaders. So before we get into this operations manager role with Ryerson, located in Carrollton, Texas, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, your background, what got you to this moment at Ryerson?
Yeah, sure, Justin. So I started with Ryerson back in 2015 as the operations manager at our Houston facility. And probably about 6 or 7 years ago, I moved into the regional operations manager role. So now I work with multiple facilities in Texas, Utah, and Colorado, and travel to those sites and really just help them out wherever they're needed to improve the operation and engage with the folks there.
So you would be the direct supervisor for this operations manager?
I would not be.
Okay, who would be that direct supervisor?
So it would be the general manager at that specific location.
Oh, okay, so this is a second in command position.
Correct.
Oh, okay,
Yep, you
perfect. I'm
got it.
glad we qualified that first. And then, so this operations manager, now you told me off camera that this is a 24/5 operation, 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
You got it.
We've got about 40 employees at this site. The operations manager, can you give me through like a day in the life of what they're doing? And actually, real first, could we go walk through that plant of what that plant actually does?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, you know, we've got 100 locations across North America, right? So each one of those sites does things a little bit different product lines. So specifically in Carrollton, we're more of a coil processing facility. So we
Mhm.
have one slitter and two cut to length lines. And so what that means is, we bring in aluminum, carbon steel, stainless steel coils from all over the world, and we either slit those and change the length, or we'll cut those down into like pattern size sheets that are usable for our consumers, right? And so this site brings in those coils, and then we're gonna cut and process those mainly on first shift, right? That's where a lot of our
Mhm.
processing happens, and that does continue into second shift as well. So we're still cutting, processing, but we also do on second shift order fulfillment, right? So we got a
Mhm.
team of folks that are, throughout the day, we're taking orders from customers, and then we've got folks that come in and fill those orders on second shift, and then our third shift team comes in at night and loads the trucks, right? And so, Justin, we've got 8+ flatbed trucks that are going around Dallas and out of town, like into West Texas and Waco and such,
Mhm.
and making deliveries to customers daily.
That's cool. And you also mentioned there were some upgrades there, right? Wasn't there construction over the last year? You put some more
Got
capital
it.
equipment in.
Correct. Yeah. So, I mean, we've spent millions of dollars in this facility. And one of the recent things that we did, just we've had it up and running, it seems like, a week, but it's been almost a couple of years now, and really getting familiar with the line. But it's a new cut to length line, right? So it's
Mhm.
the entire project's like a $10 million project, right? And we've also included a brand new set of upright cantilever racks, and upgraded one of our older lines, and modified the facility to help the flow, right? Because now the facility is servicing more locations within the Ryerson network, right? So we're heading to Denver, Salt Lake City, El Paso, Houston, really all over the country now. It's kind of like a hub for Ryerson for those sheet and plate products.
Cool. And so you have this operations manager, which is kind of that second in command, that GM's kind of making the strategy and saying, hey, this is what we need to accomplish today. That operations manager's boots on the ground, on the floor, engaging that shift leader, that teammates, the production planner, that right, those people
Mhm.
making sure that the day-to-day operations are working properly. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
so we've got
good.
supervisors, leads, production schedulers, you mentioned, administrative folks there that are all reporting up to the operations manager.
And you'd mentioned with this growth, right? You had this construction, and now with that, you've got a higher quantity of product going through that building, which has created an increase, right, in just the drive and motivation of that site. And you'd mentioned that you're looking at stabilizing the human capital, right? Make that this leader is somebody that's going to come in and be a true hearts and mind leader to really stabilize the employee base. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I want really all of our operations managers to spend the bulk of their time on people, right?
Mhm.
We're so involved in safety, number one, right? And so this
Mhm.
facility has a tremendous safety record, not only recently but historically, right? So that is seriously number one. And then from there, yeah, I mean, we're focusing on lean productivity, cost. I mean, the ops manager is somebody that has stuff flying at them from everywhere, right? But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, if you can focus on people and take care of your people and get the right people in those seats and get them trained and get them operating efficiently, it makes your job so much easier, and the plant then sees all that success. And to
Yeah.
me, that's the number one thing. And so there's going to be just a lot of different distractions and a lot of things coming at you every day, but you've always got to remember, what's really going to move the needle, and that's people.
Yeah. And that hearts and mind leader, right? It's process and people. That's what you manage. And what I said about that human capital is just moving from reducing the temp labor into full time, right? You're really looking for a complete team that manager can lean and develop and grow. And so that's part of what that mission is for this position, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then there's relocation with the role. So if you're not local to Carrollton, they will relocate you there. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about for the audience that we haven't covered yet?
Sure. I think one thing that's important, and if I was, looking for a new opportunity at a company, one of the questions I might ask is, well, why are we looking for this person, right? And
Ah,
at the end of the
great.
day,
Yes.
sure, yeah. So our current ops manager has been with Ryerson now for 39 years, and yeah, so he's got a wealth of knowledge, and he's given us a heads up that he's ready to move on to his next chapter, and I really couldn't be happier for him.
Yeah. Wow.
Absolutely 39 years, right? And so he's still there, and will be helping us with the training process and everything, right? So
Yeah.
that's one of those things too that would be
All
important.
that institutional knowledge that you can gain from that human.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. I'm so glad you brought that up. So it's not turnover. I mean, it's retirement,
Right,
right?
right.
Promotion or retirement. That's what we want to see. You
Yep.
know? Wow. Okay. Well, I have everything I need. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get out there and start recruiting, presenting this message to deserving veteran job seekers. And as soon as we find that right human, we'll deliver them to you.